All right, welcome everybody. This is a big show we got planned today. It's going to be, we're joined by Rusty to go through some always accurate, always entertaining BuzzFeed quizzes. All right, one night Alec and I were just kind of chilling after recording, and we just tore through some BuzzFeed quizzes, and we were amazed by how accurate they were.
We were shocked at how accurate
You will
they
be
were.
shocked
Really were.
at the.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, so shocked that
Here
my
comes the
hat
sound.
fell off the light that I have. Whoa, yeah, that's real. Do.
It's just amazing how like they're able to
Oh,
connect
now it's too
things that
dark.
are seemingly unrelated and really gets you down to a science. And then they have a description at the end where it's like they know so much about you from just these simple questions. It's wild.
Do you think they're tracking our information by doing so?
It could be. It could be.
Well, I'm in incognito mode for the ones that I'm going to be having represented.
Okay.
I don't want those BuzzFeed cookies.
So I have one queued up to start us, and then we're just gonna wing it to find out which ones. We don't have any planned, but last time when we were doing this off recording, we just found all these random ones, went down the rabbit hole. Probably will generally be like nerd, inner geekdom stuff, right? But we'll see. All right,
Yeah.
Who wants to do this first one? This one's called "It's Kind of Funny, but your Chipotle order will reveal which Marvel character matches your personality."
I honestly, I don't know if I've really eaten at Chipotle, so I think Rusty should do this one first.
I order Chipotle almost like 3 times a week. And
Yeah, so
Okay.
so yeah, you should do this one.
This is a quiz by Burrito Boy, a community contributor on BuzzFeed. Okay.
Say, old burrito boy,
Love to
classic,
see it.
classic creator.
All right.
Of BuzzFeed
I'm
quizzes.
gonna read these exactly as they're phrased. They always phrase things weirdly sometimes, but we'll see. First, what do you want? Burrito, burrito bowl, tacos, or salad?
Burrito bowl. Every time.
Okay. Pick a protein: chicken, steak, sofritas, carnitas.
See, I typically do chicken and steak double, but I'm assuming they don't have choose multiple options here. So we'll go with chicken.
Oh, I'm a steak person. I would love steak. Oh man, that's making me really hungry right now.
All right. Any rice? White, brown, cauliflower, or rice is gross?
Rice is gross. Hold the rice.
Oh, I'd do brown rice probably.
I have a reason why. I'm not sure if they'll give me the option, but we'll
Yeah,
see.
why is right? We'll explain that maybe later.
Any beans? Black, pinto, ew, beans, or both?
Pinto beans.
Okay. You know it's gonna really get to the center of your personality after we answer these. Too.
Yeah, really, I think we're really going deep here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, pick one of these: lettuce, fajita veggies, guac, or none of these.
Fajita veggies.
Okay.
What? What is that? What's a fajita veggie? Like
I
specifically?
don't know. I'm ignorant.
It's like green red peppers and onions, all kind of sautéed with a little bit of seasoning.
Okay.
All right, now pick something else: cheese, sour cream, queso blanco, or none of these.
Cheese.
You gotta go with the cheese.
And finally, pick a salsa: roasted chili corn salsa, fresh tomato salsa, tomatillo red chili salsa, or tomatillo green chili salsa.
Typically do an assortment of all of these, but we have to go with the corn salsa.
Delicious.
All right. In conclusion, your Marvel character that matches your personality is Thor.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You're like
What is it? Why?
you're like
What does it
Thor.
say
You're
so?
strong and powerful, and you'll do anything to protect the people you love.
What? How did I have a bold selection?
Yeah, I mean that sounds. I mean, it makes sense. You know, pinto beans, strong and powerful.
How do
There
you?
you
I
go.
wonder how you end
Where's
up on
the correlation
Thanos.
between corn and power? Where's the correlation between power?
I wonder how you end up on Thanos. Really.
Oh.
Do you think Thanos is even in here? I doubt it.
Probably
Probably like the main.
You pick
the
all their
main
least favorite
four
options,
of it.
and you get Thor or Thanos.
Yeah. What if you just pick none of these to everything? That'd be. I'll have to remain a mystery. Tell us in the comments below what you get.
Right.
Actually, yeah. Honestly, that would be pretty sweet if you wanted to check some of these out. Do search. That's what we'll name them off what they are. You can tell us some of your wacky results down in the comments. It'll be great.
All right, I gotta
If Burrito
search.
Boy's out there,
Oh, okay. Here we go, Zach. It's been 15 years since Hannah Montana premiered. How well do you remember the show? That's okay.
This is an actual
That
quiz.
makes me feel super old. This makes me feel super old right now, by the way, because I remember watching this show.
Yeah.
Because I had a crush on Miley Cyrus growing up, and then Miley Cyrus became Miley Cyrus, and that stopped pretty quick. But anyway, okay, all right, here we go, Zach. Here it is.
Now I'm just being tested on my Hannah Montana knowledge. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, your Hannah Montana knowledge. Did you watch the show, by the way?
I did.
Okay. So, all right. See if you can remember, what is Jackson's middle name?
Oh, jeez.
I don't remember this.
So we got Ray, Rod, Rob, and Will. I don't remember this at all.
I don't remember.
Oh, no, I do. Actually, I do remember this. No, I do remember this.
All right, the answer is Rob.
Okay, you're wrong. It's actually Jackson Rod Stewart.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh.
I
If I had known Stewart, yeah.
Yeah, what is Lily's alternate ego name? I remember this one too. Lexi, Lils, Logan, or Lola?
I don't remember any of this. This is a hard
Lily
one.
was Emily Osment's character. She was.
I do remember her, but I don't remember
Miley's best friend. So we had Lexi, Lils, Logan, and Lola.
Lola.
You're correct. Yes, Lola. There you go. True or false? Lily and Oliver date.
False. True.
Oliver played by Mitchell Musso. You say true. That is correct. It goes down in season 3. Which character writes most of Hannah's songs? Jackson, Robbie, Roxy, or Lily? Robbie?
Who's Robbie?
Oh, yeah. Robbie's played by Billy Ray Cyrus.
It's Robbie.
Okay. Yeah. Yes.
That's what I was
Correct.
looking
Robbie,
for. I was like,
Robbie Ray. Yeah, that's Billy Ray Cyrus. Yeah. What does Miley call her grandma? Nana, grandma, granny, or mama? Mama? I don't.
Mama. That sounds like something she would say.
Yeah.
Mama.
It's Mama. Yeah, I did remember that.
Yeah.
I don't remember who plays Mama though. 4 out of 5. Wow, there's only 5 questions. Okay, 4 out of 5. You scored better than 65% of all other quiz takers. You are who phoned this in? There's only 5 questions. You are a true fan of Hannah Montana, whether she's with or without her wig. You've always been a big fan of this pop queen. I'm so proud.
It's true. You wait, they're proud.
It's true. Cool.
What a quiz.
Yeah, that was epic.
Okay, here we go. This one's for...
I would have gotten 5 out of 5.
This one's for Alec. Okay?
Oh, boy.
It's called, I'm curious, do you consider these 10 relationship behaviors red or green flags?
Oh, boy.
Ooh.
Okay, interesting.
Insisting on splitting the check.
Insisting on splitting the check?
Yes.
Well, it depends on how far into the relationship we are.
Yep.
If it's early on, I'm very insistent that I pay. Honestly, like, I don't know. I'm okay with it if she's very, like... There have been girls that I've dated where they will... There was a girl I was dating last summer who I paid as much as I could, but then there was one time she's like, no, I'm making money. I want to pay for my side. I was like, okay, I'll let you pay. But I mean, obviously it didn't end up going anywhere. So maybe that is a red flag. If you don't want to let me be a gentleman.
So you only get red flag or green flag. There's no in between here.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. I'll just say green flag. I don't really have that much of a problem with it, but I'm not the biggest fan. Let me pay. Let me do my thing. Okay.
64% said it was a green flag.
Okay.
Swearing a lot. Green flag or red flag?
I mean, I probably swear more than I should. Sorry, Mom and Dad. I don't do it in the house. I don't do it around them at all. And I've only told them that I do it. But I have enough respect not to do it around them. I don't really have that big a problem with it. I'm going to say green, you know.
All right, 53% said green. Wow, I'm surprised it was that close.
Yeah.
Having lots of tattoos and piercings.
There's such thing as too much. I had kind of a thing for alt girls, but I think too much. There can be too much of a good thing. Tattoos, I'm a little less so because I think tattoos can be pretty hot. But I would say red flag still.
Okay. 66% said green flag.
Okay, I don't really have a huge problem with it, but it's when you phrase it in the way that's like a lot. I mean, it would have to be for me to say a lot. It would have to be like a lot. So
Yeah.
Look, it's like a lot of piercings. Yeah, I don't know what that looks like exactly. So that's the only thing. But tattoos, I'm all for.
Yeah, tattoos are cool.
Yep.
So
ordering off the menu for you. This is the Johnny Fairplay move.
Massive red flag. Massive. Yeah, that was so weird. Where they're like, I love it when a man takes charge. They're like,
that was Lil, right? Lil said that.
Yeah, Lil and
Dara, they both agreed.
And Dara would both like, yeah, so hot.
So bizarre.
It's such like a weird, like, it must be like a Gen X and like Boomer thing or something. It was so weird. Okay, Boomer.
Boomer alert.
You know.
Okay. 84% said it was a red flag. Yeah, it's 2021. Give it the times.
Yeah, that's not okay.
16% of that vote.
He's a Gen Xer, you know. Maybe it was a thing back then. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah,
calling you pet names most of the time. Green flag or red flag? Babe. Honey bun.
Chrono.
Alley Bally.
Only when we're in the bedroom. Can you call me that?
Chronolink 9-1.
I'll make time stop.
Oh my word!
Boy.
Look at this guy.
Geez, I don't know. Most of the girls I did haven't. The one my actual ex only did it a couple of times. Only did it like she didn't do it very much, and I never thought it was too big a deal. Like, because I think it can be endearing. Too much of it can get a little sickening. So I will say red flag.
Sickening. Red flag.
Yeah.
Right. 60% said green flag.
Yeah, they were like, it's cute. It's cute. You can tell most of these are like probably girls. Like, babe, you're such a babe, babe.
Clean.
The most beautiful creature I've ever seen.
What?
You heard me. You're the most beautiful creature I've ever seen.
All right. How about cleaning your bedroom when you're not home? Green flag, red flag.
Are you going through my things?
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, that's weird. That's a red flag. Yeah, it's a little odd.
Do you not live together?
When I'm there, because then
you don't live together. She comes over, cleans your room.
Yeah, that would be weird. That'd be massive red flag right there. If we did, it would still kind of be weird. I mean, well, I would hope at that point that if you would progress to the point of that, you would theoretically be sharing a room. So like, it probably wouldn't be that big a deal. But don't touch my stuff, please. Don't organize my game collection. Let
red
me do
flag.
That.
Okay, 58% say green flag.
There must be a lot of girls doing this quiz. I'm telling you.
What?
Well, I mean, like the gesture's nice, right? If you live together, especially, right? It's just like, oh, I cleaned your room for you.
If you live together, it makes sense. But if you don't, then like it's.
I feel like that's what they're going. I don't think they're going for. They just come over and clean your room, but I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. What about speaking positively about an ex?
That's really tough. Again, all sort of depends situationally, but I don't want to hear that very often. So I would say red flag.
Okay, 69% said green flag, baby.
That's why. Why? I mean, I don't want to hear you like trash talk somebody unless it was like a really bad experience. But like, wow, he was such a good guy to me. It's like, yeah, okay, thanks. Like, yeah, he really treated me right.
I think
he really took care of me. You know.
If the person helped you get through a really tough time in your life, like the passing of a loved one or a loss of
context.
Like
context is absolutely everything here. You know.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't speaking because like if it's just like occasionally like when in reference to they really helped me through this, but it just didn't work out. It's so dependent. But if it's like one of these things that comes up in like constantly, then that's like a huge red flag because it's like, okay, are you still hung up on this person? Like, what's the deal there? That's why that's a red flag to me. So,
what about
like context is everything. So,
what about asking to have your phone passcode?
I don't think it's that big a deal. I let my ex into my phone. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have that big a problem with it. I don't really have much to hide, so I would say green flag.
Okay,
I'm sure that's gonna be a red flag.
76% said red flag. So
Oh, okay. Because it's like you don't trust me. You don't
Yeah.
trust me because it's like I know that's the angle they're thinking there, but it's just like okay, that might I can understand it from that angle where it's like oh, what's your password so I can move your phone with it, but I have my phone on me at all times, so that's not going to matter.
Okay,
Like,
let's turn the question around, Chrono. So
Yeah.
what if it's like a GPS tracker situation? Can I like track where your phone is?
No, that's
like,
weird. Nope.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it's weird. No, not at all.
But you have
That's
nothing to
huge.
hide, right?
Yes, but
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
but that's
That's
creepy.
the nothing to hide
That's
argument.
that's where it becomes super creepy. It's like,
Yeah,
you don't need to know where I am 24/7.
Yeah, you have nothing to hide, but you don't want people coming to clean your bedroom unannounced.
No,
Mhm.
no, because that's weird.
Yeah.
Because that yeah, I don't know. I guess it sort of depends on the situation. I guess maybe that would be a red flag if it's in the context in which this question. I have to be thinking of the frame of mind that people are thinking of when they're asking these questions a little bit more, I think.
Mhm.
All right, we got 2 more questions. We're not going to get a result from this. This is just individual
Yeah,
questions.
this is just you grilling me on my relationship.
These are great
preferences.
questions, though.
These are
These
really
fun.
good. Yeah, actually, this is fun.
What about posting multiple photos of you on social media a week?
Yeah, that's a little weird. But it is kind of cute. Is it just pictures of me?
Yeah, that's
Says of you.
Because if it's us together, I would love that. That would be great. I would love that. That's cool. But if it's just me, that's a red flag.
You don't like that?
That's like no,
She
I don't.
appreciates you.
Maybe if she's like a portrait, she's like a portrait photographer. Then it's like okay, cool. You got my good side, you know. But
So you're saying red
Alex-
flag?
if because I'm taking it literally. I'm thinking if it's just me, then yes, that's weird.
What about posting
I don't really
multiple
like
photos of your bedroom each week?
I mean, ain't nobody gonna see that. So no.
52% said red flag. I feel like this is
Mm.
one of the only ones you've been in the majority with, actually. All right, last question.
And only just.
Showing up at your work unannounced.
So at my work,
That would be interesting, wouldn't it?
it would be very difficult to do because you'd literally you'd straight up have to be following me because I work remotely. So it would be weird.
He just shows up at any random house, like.
Because it'd be like, well, he's really thoughtful. That's I'm thinking like a girl answering this. He's so thoughtful to me.
I think generally it's
I don't
pretty
know, I
good
feel like-
sentiment, right? But
Yeah, I think so. But like, let's see. I've done that with girls I'm interested in. I did that in high school. Like after high school, the girl I was interested in, I just showed up at her place of work, and she seemed to really enjoy that.
Mhm.
I never did that with my ex because most of the time she was either nannying or like working at a preschool, so that would be really uncomfortable. Like if I'm just like, "Hey, what's up, babe?" I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like, I don't necessarily think it's a red flag unless it happens a lot.
I just think of like when I was a kid and my parents would, come to elementary school and drop off like a McDonald's Happy Meal or something like that, because that was something parents could do, back then was come to school, drop off a meal, join you for lunch. I mean, if you show up and, have a packed lunch or you stopped and got a burger and fries and say, hey, let's enjoy lunch together. I think that's normal.
It's kind of a sweet gesture, I think. I'm gonna say that's okay. I'm saying that's a green flag.
Mhm.
Very
71% said. Wait, 71% said red flag. Oh wow!
Wow, that's really surprising. That's honestly genuinely surprising to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there it's almost like they're taking it like he's just showing up to spy on me and embarrass me in front of my coworkers.
You're
like,
embarrassing me. At
You're
my place of
embarrassing
work."
me at my place of work. I don't know. I've never. I'm just trying to think of like instances where I've seen that happen, and I don't know if I've ever seen people be like, "It's weird. You shouldn't show up. It's creepy."
Babe,
As
what did
like
I
people
tell you
just
about
like,
doing
oh,
this, babe?
Yeah. What if I tell you about doing this? Am I gonna have to get the belt again? Sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry. That was
Works at a belt factory.
insensitive. You works at a belt factory.
It's normal.
You ruined this belt. I was working on a belt. You
I
distracted
am
me.
not trivializing genuine abuse victims.
Alright.
But I mean, I had to crack that joke. I'm sorry.
Alright, we can keep doing this until you don't want to anymore. Basically, it's whenever we feel like stopping.
Still going? Is this still more?
What? No, no. I finished that one.
Oh, okay. Oh, you just meant in general. Okay.
So the next one will be for Rusty. So if you find one,
Put me on the hot seat.
Yeah, on the Coors Hot
yeah,
Light.
we should
hot
ask
seat?
you
Wait,
deep
what?
questions. This will tell you if you love your wife or not. Yeah.
Exactly.
think
Pick your
technically
favorite
that was-
character from these shows, and it'll tell you if you really love your wife.
Exactly.
Let's see how many of my weirdly controversial Disney opinions you agree with. Let's see. I want to see how.
Is it like a this or that?
Oh geez. Oh no. This is a. We're gonna check off every opinion that you agree with.
Okay.
Okay. So, starting off real hot here. Woody is the villain of Toy Story.
False.
Yeah. No. Okay. The Lion King is overrated.
It's probably my favorite Disney movie, and I would agree.
Oh.
You would agree? Okay. Oh, great. So, actually, honestly, I agree with this. It's not one of my favorites. I love The Lion King, but it's not one of my favorites, and I do think it's overrated.
Really?
So,
Okay. I don't think it can be overrated. See, there's some things that just can't, like, there will be things that are so beloved, but there's a certain point where you deserve it, right? I think Lion King passes that threshold. And
not
so
to me, but
I'll use the comparison. I think Breath of the Wild is overrated. Wildly so.
no way.
I would probably agree with you, despite the fact that it's one of my favorite games, and I think it's one of the greatest games ever made. So,
So, on that front.
I guess by its nature, sometimes like games like that are get overrated. I would say like Skyrim's overrated. Witcher 3's overrated. I've never played Witcher 3 personally, but
Wait, you're saying it's overrated? And you never played it?
No,
Classic.
just in the sense of like you never really hear too many people talk critically about it. In that sense, that's why, despite the fact that I disagree with a lot of Matthew Matos's video on Breath of the Wild, he offers genuine, like, really good criticism of that game. Even though some of it, I think you're kind of nitpicking a little bit, but some of it is like genuinely like, no, he's making a pretty good point. So, nothing's beyond scrutiny. Merida is the worst Disney princess.
Brave.
Who
the heck is Brave? Wait, I'm sorry. What was the question? I was trying to.
Merida is the worst Disney princess. Do you agree or disagree?
See, I think Brave is so underrated.
Classic, overrated movie.
I don't think it's very good. It's fine. I think it's fine. I don't think it does anything overly exceptional. But that's just me personally. I know some people that really like it. So
I don't know if she's the worst though. You know, you'd have to.
Okay, so think about we have so in this lineup we have
Sleeping Beauty. What does she do?
Right, get her out of here.
Aurora's
she's beautiful.
Dances,
like
she's
what,
beautiful.
What does she do?
She's beautiful. Any idiot can see that.
What does Snow White do? What does Cinderella do? I mean, Cinderella is just like I rose above my station. I guess that's what
Cinderella
she does, so,
created the Cinderella cliche princess. So
yes, that was a fairy tale. That was a fairy tale before Disney made it.
She gets a pass for being born because she set the standard. You know.
Okay, but then we have some newer. But then we have the newer ones. So we have like Ariel and Belle, and so you think of like the Disney princess line: Ariel,
Raya.
Belle. Who?
Jasmine.
Raya.
Jasmine. I don't know what you're saying.
Raya.
Oh, Raya. All I hear is Aya. I don't hear the
Aya.
I was like Aya. I was like, I don't know who that is.
Is that a Little John lyric? Like what's
Aya. No. Who's the Tiana is another one as well. Princess and the Frog, and then Merida is technically a Disney princess, despite the fact that she was in a Pixar film. In the line of Disney princesses, and then obviously you have Anna. You don't have Elsa because Elsa's technically a queen.
Nala.
But I don't know. In the Disney princess line, I think Elsa still counts.
She does. Yeah.
Belle's the best. That's all we need to.
Yeah, Belle is the best. That's true. So, but this is part of the quiz. You have to agree or disagree. Merida is the worst Disney princess.
Out of that list, if we're doing like a bracket challenge, yeah, I mean she's gonna be out first round most likely. So
that would be
the worst. We'll just agree. Agree. She's the worst.
WALL-E is extremely boring.
I literally fell asleep 10 minutes in the movie and I haven't watched it since. So yes.
Oh, got it.
Wow. One of my favorite movies. You got to change that, my friend. I've argued with people about this one. I like this. The Beast's human form is ugly.
It is a little strange. Like, it's jarring to the human eye, I think.
True.
So yeah, I'll agree with that.
You agree with that? I disagree. I think he's very handsome, but
I disagree. Very handsome man.
I disagree. I think he's very handsome, but
I think he's ugly.
Okay.
No cap.
That's what I mean. I've argued with people about that. I was like, he is not. Anna is better than Elsa.
Go away, Anna.
I kind of find her a little annoying. She just really kind of seems like the annoying little sister, which she's kind of made out to be. And I kind of like Elsa for being a bit more introverted and just kind of to herself, rightfully so. So I lean more towards Elsa. So yes, I agree with that comment.
Anna is not better than Elsa, then.
Oh, Elsa's better.
Yeah. Okay. So you do not agree with that. This is talking about movies I find overrated, despite the fact that I really like it. Finding Nemo would be better without Dory.
Hot take.
That is a hot take right there.
No, because then I don't think Marlin doesn't have the courage without Dory.
I don't even know how you would.
Marlin's a wet blanket without it. Without
yeah,
Dory.
how would you even have the movie?
Yeah,
like that movie is made by that dynamic.
It's that dynamic, and him by himself is just a grumpy old clown.
It would be terrible. It would be really boring. Well, and that's the thing is that like that's the key to Pixar's success. I think is the twin protagonist dynamic. You get your Woody and Buzz. You've got Mike and Sully.
That's like Toy Story without Buzz.
Yeah, you have to have the. It's almost like an Abbott and Costello. You have to have Laurel and Hardy. You have to have your two pairs for the comedic moments, but also for the heartfelt moments, in order to make them each character grow and go through an arc. It's to me, it's perfect, and it's a formula that works so well. And I think to me, some of the movies that are the weakest are the ones that don't follow that dynamic, in my opinion, anyway. But Pocahontas was actually good.
I've never seen it,
so you can't agree to that one. I saw it recently, and despite the fact that it has some of the most beautiful art and animation, that movie's not good.
I mean, I've seen a few scenes, but
the music is stellar.
Yeah.
Boo from Monsters, Inc. isn't cute at all.
Get out of here.
Yeah, get out of here.
Weirdo.
She's the cutest.
She is adorable.
Weirdo opinion.
This is a terrible opinion. Prince Eric is hotter than Eugene.
Who's Eugene?
Eugene from Tangled. Prince Eric is hotter than Eugene?
Oh, yeah, dude. He's a stud.
Prince Eric is hotter than Eugene?
Yeah, he's got the jet black hair. He's got like the white, buttoned up thing. He's got a couple buttoned down,
Okay, well, I guess you agree with that one, but
Eugene is suave. Don't get me wrong.
Oh man, yeah.
He's a lot funnier.
Yeah, Prince Eric is like a
purely on looks.
Okay, I mean, hey, different strokes for different folks, but Eugene does it for me.
He's basically John Stamos. Like if they casted Eric in a live action adaptation, he's basically a young John Stamos, or a current day John Stamos. He looks even better now than he did.
Yeah, and Eugene is Zachary Levi.
We'll talk about this after the recording.
Anyway, okay, Bing Bong was unnecessary. Inside Out.
Oh
no.
No, you mean
no?
What is this take? What is this take?
That's like the most emotionally charged in gut-wrenching moments in the entire film.
I feel like you didn't understand the movie if you think that. Like, you didn't understand the movie.
Yeah.
Clearly. This is an interesting... I think this is an interesting, and I would love to finally see this movie, because I don't actually know. This is an interesting one. Coco is the best Pixar movie.
I haven't seen it either. I don't know. Lauren
It
loved
is.
it. My wife really liked it.
So Zach would say it is. I
think so.
really want to see this. It's going to be one of the next things I watch with my family because we're all really interested in it.
I mean, it's definitely
And I would
top
love to-
3, I think, at least.
Yeah, Pocahontas. This goes back to Pocahontas again. Pocahontas is better than Mulan.
The person or the
It's
or
the
movie?
person. Yeah, it's talking about
Either
the
way,
person.
no, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No.
Yeah.
And then wildly, Ariel is it just comes out of nowhere compared to everything else. Ariel is the best Disney princess.
No, it's Belle.
Yeah, I agree with that
she's
too.
one of the best though. Top tier.
She's good. Yeah, she's good. Show me your results. You checked 5 out of 14 on this list. Your Disney opinions are very different than mine. I mean, hey, some of these
than
were a little
mine.
out there. I don't blame you. You checked more than 76% of quiz takers. There must have been a lot of people that just do not agree with this guy at all. Or this guy, or
This guy is just,
or late. It's actually a lady, I think. Emma Sutcliffe.
this gal's just known for controversial opinions on BuzzFeed.
Just hot takes. She just loves
Yeah.
Pocahontas.
She has a bad
and
rep in the community.
Can't stand Wally or Monsters Inc. I guess. Or Finding Nemo would be better without Dory. I feel like I really just seriously. Do you understand how storytelling
This
works?
is a miserable person.
Yeah.
Do you understand why Bing Bong was very necessary for the emotional?
Yeah, this
like,
is a miserable
arc of
person.
that?
You notice how she points out all like the cute and like nice little
Yeah.
additions. She's like, "Ugh, let's get that out of here. I want serious. You need to be more serious."
I don't. I just don't understand why you think that. So, but the thing that's weird to me is the people that usually say the beast's human form is ugly are the people that are also saying that, the beast form is way more handsome than the human form.
I think you just get used to the
Which is
beast
weird.
form so much that it's off-putting.
To me,
Bingo.
that might be it. I think that might be it, but like, I don't know. I think he's a handsome dude.
It's
you
like,
know?
whoa.
He's a suave Frenchman. Yeah.
All right, Alec. If you were a
Anyway.
My Hero Academia student, who would you be?
I like this one.
But it's going to
Okay.
ask you so many questions that I'm sure we'll really get down to it. Now you're going to have to choose a flower, okay? Daisy, tulip, chrysanthemum, rose, cornflower, water lily, lily of the valley, orchid, lisianthus, or sunflowers. There's
I like a lot of these
like
flowers.
10 options there.
Yeah, sunflowers I like. I do like tulips. Mums are nice too. Go through them again one more time.
Daisy,
That was a lot.
tulip,
Daisy,
chrysanthemum,
probably
rose,
no.
cornflower, water
overrated.
lily, lily of the valley, orchid.
I'm gonna say water lily. I like lilies a lot.
Okay. They're
Standard
already
lilies
they're already
are really
going for
nice too,
Sue
water.
there. I think you're already leaning towards Sue from that question.
Okay.
Choose a food.
Oh, probably because water lily. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, those are 10 foods you're going to have to choose out of here. Spicy curry, katsudon, chicken noodle soup, meat, jelly, locusts, hamburger, coffee, beef stew, or cold soba.
Why would you even put locusts on there? Like, who's gonna pick that one?
Locusts is our favorite out of all these.
Yeah, who's gonna pick that one? No one.
I don't know what character are they trying to shoehorn into that option.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. I mean, burgers are great. Go through that list one more time. There's so many options. It's hard to like remember.
That's the challenge of this quiz. Spicy curry,
Yeah.
katsudon, chicken noodle soup, meat, jelly, locust, hamburger, coffee, beef stew, cold soba.
I'm actually gonna say beef stew. Beef stew is super
Oh,
good. I will say, however, I really want to try katsudon. That's a pork dish, like a fried pork dish, Japanese. It's supposed to be very good. I really want to try it. But
All right, choose a color: black, blue, brown/neutral, white, yellow, light green, dark green, orange, red, rainbow.
I like blue.
Okay, not brown/neutral.
Yeah, what? I like brown/neutral.
Brown, it's like brown/boring, like stupid
Yeah.
color.
Okay.
Which quirk would you want the most? Oh, this is just gonna pick. Okay.
Now it's just gonna pick which one you want. Okay.
Explosions, electrification, eraser, zero gravity, engines, half hot, half cold, hardening, or frog. Yeah, if you don't know about My Hero Academia, quirks are basically like your mutant ability.
Yeah. It's a really good show, and I highly recommend that you see it if you haven't. Oh yeah, you're looking for anime recommendations, right, Rusty?
I am.
Yeah,
Yeah, My Hero Academia is a solid pick.
for sure.
Got it.
I mean, Todoroki is one of my favorite characters, so but I hesitate to just say
Yeah,
I would
how
love
do you pick
half
half
hot,
hot, half cold, and end up with anybody else now? This is just
Yeah,
it's
I
like
know,
all the
right?
other questions are fake, and this just picks.
Yeah, it's just like that. Just picks it for you.
But I mean, that is one of the coolest ones.
Engines are cool because I like going fast, and I also really like Ida. Just one more time, go through the list one more time. Not Frog. Sorry,
Explosions,
Sue.
electrification, eraser, zero gravity, engines, half hot, half cold, hardening, frog.
I think I'm gonna go with engines.
Okay. How would you best
Pretty
describe
cool.
yourself? Irritable, smart, emotional, determined, funny, sweet, tired, brave.
It's tired.
Tired.
I mean, that one just makes the most sense. That's like my state of life right now.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna say tired.
Really?
Yeah, let's just go
Oh,
with
man.
it. Yeah, tired. That's too funny.
What would be the worst side effect of your quirk? Temporarily frying your brain, breaking your bones, frostbite, or feeling nauseous?
I mean, breaking your bones just seems like terrible. Frying your mind doesn't seem like fun
Not
either.
good.
I do like that happening. That's very funny, but yeah, breaking your bones, that just is not fun. Or Deku.
Okay, which of these upsets you the most? Oh my god, there's so many options.
Oh
Get
no!
ready. There's 9 options. All
Oh
right.
boy. Okay.
Someone
okay.
not following the rules. Someone being rude. Crybabies. Reckless spending. Being disturbed while you're sleeping. Being disrespected. Someone giving up. Someone challenging you. Or not knowing how to help someone.
Let's go through some of the earlier ones again.
Someone
time.
not following the rules.
Not following the rules.
Someone
Okay.
being rude. Crybabies. Reckless spending. Being disturbed while you're sleeping. Being disrespected. Someone giving up. Someone challenging you. And not knowing how to help someone.
Being disrespected.
That would upset you the most. Probably.
I don't know. No, out of all of these, I don't know.
Well,
Some of the earlier ones are lame,
someone being
but
rude or being disrespected. Which one's worse?
being rude to me,
Being
or just being rude
disrespected directly or someone
being
rude?
disrespected directly, or just being rude in general. I mean, like being rude in general does also upset me.
So what do you think?
Not being able to help someone, that's pretty deep.
So it's like I can't help somebody.
Not knowing how to
That
help
upsets me?
someone.
No,
Not
no,
knowing.
yeah, that one's actually probably the most accurate because that seems like it's just like all those other things can upset me. Like, why are you waking me up? Yeah, no, that one's like that one just seemed like I kept thinking of it like someone can't help me, and I was like, no, I guess it's supposed to be about you. You can't. Yeah, so that one.
Not knowing how to help someone.
Go with that one. Yeah, that's frustrating.
All right, you are Tenya Ida.
Yeah, it was
Because
all
you picked
chosen
your
by
quirk.
the friggin' yeah.
You're a hard worker and pour everything you are into the task at hand. Make sure you don't let this be your downfall.
Yeah, I was Tenya Ida for the for one of our cosplays supposedly because I had glasses and I was just very polite,
That's true.
Mr. Zachary.
Everyone is a combination of one Disney princess and prince. Who
I
were
saw
you?
that. I saw that one, and I was hoping that one would get chosen.
Do you want me to ask? So this, who's up? Is this Zach?
Yeah, B for Zach. Yeah, B for Zach.
Do you want to do that one, Zach?
I can.
Yeah, let's do more Disney. Yeah,
More
Alright, let's do
Disney
this.
princess.
love talking about
questions.
Disney princesses. Yeah.
All right. So this next one, everyone is a combination of one Disney prince and princess. Who is Zach gonna be? So, Zach, what word describes you best? Smart, cool, shy, funny, adventurous, creative, athletic, weird, and determined.
There's a lot.
All of
there.
the above.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like every single one.
Weird and pretty weird. Let's go with creative.
All right. Pick a cool mythical creature. You might need to pull up
All right,
Google.
I pulled it up so I can see this.
Perfect.
This is
Excellent.
good because I don't know who half of these are.
All right. A griffin.
Yeah.
A phoenix.
Okay.
Unicorn.
I don't know what that is.
What is that? Periton?
Periton?
Periton.
But how
It looks like a reindeer with. It looks like a reindeer with peacock feathers.
Actually,
is that
I
how
don't
you
know if I
describe
know
it,
what
Zach?
that is. I don't even know if I've heard of that one.
Yeah, it's a reindeer with wings for sure, and
It's weird.
They look peacockish.
Very odd.
Kumiho
Right.
is like Okami, right? Or Materasu.
Yeah, this next one. So, Kumio. It definitely looks like Amaterasu. We've got hippogriff, a dragon, a jackalope, or a talking cat, which is completely contrasted by all those other random things.
A talking cat?
Talking cat.
I think of
JonTron.
the JonTron video, yeah.
Yeah,
That looks like a great movie.
I guess I do know what most of these are, but the ones in the middle threw me off.
Yeah, Periton. I don't think I've ever
Okay,
heard
it's
of
not
that
even
either.
saying like which one are you. It just says pick a cool mythical creature. Okay, I'll pick one.
Yeah.
The one that's drawing me in is Kumiho. I really like the design. It's like Materasu.
Mm-hmm. Is that what you're going with?
Yes.
All right.
Let me look this up.
This could really give it away here. Which Disney palace would you live in? Sugar Rush Castle, Tiana's Palace, Corona Castle, Imperial City, Elsa's Ice Palace, the Sultan's Palace, Triton's Palace, Castle Dunbrock, or King's Castle?
Jeez.
If I didn't have the images for some of these, I
I
wouldn't
wouldn't
know.
Isn't Castle Dunbrock from Brave?
Yeah, I think it has to be Brave. It looks like.
Yeah, it looks like Brave.
Oh,
And then King's
Kumiho.
Castle-
So, for information, Kumiho is a creature that appears in Korean folktale. Shares many similarities to the Chinese Hulijing and Japanese Kitsune.
Mm-hmm.
It's freely transformed, among other things, into a beautiful woman, often set out to seduce boys and eat their liver or heart.
Oh, yes.
Lovely.
Awesome. I love that, actually. Wait, which one is Corona Castle? What is that from?
That's
Tangled.
from
Tangled. Oh.
Kingdom of Corona, the Kingdom Hearts 3 world.
Which one would I live in?
One of my favorites.
Uh,
Oh yeah, which would you live in? That's a good question.
I
Actually.
don't know. Elsa's Ice Palace, no way, right? No way you go to like Ice Palace or the Sultan's Palace. This is too extreme. Triton's Palace is cool. It's underwater, but I want to be underwater.
You transform like Sora, like you just have a dolphin bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Castle Dunbrock. I mean, you live on the coast of Scotland or whatever.
You live in a
Pretty
glen,
cool.
basically.
But I mean, yeah, it's probably not the best in terms of the living conditions of all of them, but it's pretty
That's
cool
true.
scenery.
Mm.
Tiana's Palace, I don't really remember, honestly, but it looks pretty cool.
Whose palace was it?
Tiana's.
Tiana's palace.
Yeah. Princess and the Frog.
She has a palace.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to remember. She has a department.
Just from
that
looking
she
at
lives
it, it
in.
looks nice. I'm like, ooh, that looks pretty swag, but I don't know.
I don't remember this at all. I just watched that movie like maybe not even 6 months ago. I don't remember
Imperial
that.
City. Would I want to live in the Imperial City? Wow, this is tough. Sugar Rush Castle.
Sugar Rush Castle from Wreck-It Ralph.
From Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah,
Wait, is Vanellope von Schweetz, is she considered a princess? Why is she in here?
I think so. Yeah,
Really? Wow.
she should be.
Did she become a princess?
All right. Next one. What kind of smart do you think you are? Music smart? Math smart? Life smart? Visual smart? People smart? Nature smart? I mean, you just watched Wolf versus Bear. What else could you
Yeah,
possibly
you know everything. You know all there is to know about nature.
Emotional smart? Sports smart? Or word smart? What a weird question.
I'm not.
You're
Most
also-
of these, I'm not. What's that?
You're an avid Survivor watcher, though. So you've got a lot of nature going on there.
Doesn't mean I'm nature smart. It doesn't mean I would be good in the elements. I haven't prepared myself for
it's
it, but
That'd be one of my housemates. Would be nature smart.
Like I'm fairly math smart, but
Outdoorsman.
I would say word smart probably.
Okay. Word smart. Final answer.
Yeah. I mean, I do a lot of word. This is not what they're going for, but I do a lot of word puzzles and like word games. I'm good with.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good enough.
All right. Choose an iconic Disney movie food. You've got. This is a typo, but it says "they gray stuff." I'd assume the gray stuff.
The gray stuff. The gray stuff.
Dude, I wouldn't know. Good thing I'm looking at this. Wow. Just so many.
Yeah, because I don't know what that is. I mean, I know what that is. That's from freaking Beauty and the Beast, but
Okay.
New York pizza.
It's delicious.
Ratatouille.
Soul. New York pizza from
Spinach
Seoul.
puffs.
Is that what that is? Oh,
Oh, is that what it's from? Okay.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Spinach puffs from Emperor's New Groove. Rice porridge breakfast. What is that from? That looks so familiar.
Rice porridge breakfast.
That
There's
does
like a little
sound-
face with the eggs and the bacon. A character made it for another character to try and make them happy, but I can't remember what the heck it's from. Spaghetti for meatballs. We recommended it in the last video. Some Lady and the Tramp. What are these? Bayonets? Probably pronounced that wrong.
Yes. Yeah.
They almost look like little pastries or something.
Baguettes?
No, it's not. It's not
baguettes.
Eat Me cookies, literally cookies that have "Eat Me" written on them, and then Empire biscuits from Brave.
Man, I don't know. I don't know Disney well enough, huh? I wouldn't have known. I don't know what Eat Me cookies are from. I don't know what.
Hold on, I'm looking through because if they have images on it on all of them.
Oh, rice porridge breakfast is from Mulan. Mushu makes it for Mulan.
That's right. Yes, that's right. That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's
I mean,
okay.
being honest, the answer is definitely New York pizza. Like that's the most appetizing food I've ever seen in a Disney movie.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Have you seen Soul?
I haven't yet.
1000% recommend. I really enjoyed it. Eat Me cookies.
But it's kind of cheating because it's like just a New York pizza. It's like a real thing.
Is that from? What is that from?
Eat
Lilo
Me
and
cookies.
Stitch?
Oh,
Is that from Lilo and Stitch? Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. That's a movie I haven't seen. Lilo and Stitch. So.
Well, we have to cross all these off our list, huh?
Yeah. Wait. You chose New York pizza, Zach. That's what we're going with.
Yes.
All right. Which of these villains is the best? All right. We've got Gaston, the evil queen from Snow White, Ernesto de la Cruz from Coco, Ursula Teika from Moana, Scar, Jafar, Dr. Facilier.
Dr. Facilier. Yes.
Okay, Facilier. I've never seen Princess and the Frog, so. And Maleficent.
Or well, it's definitely. I mean, even though it's too obvious, it's either Scar or Jafar for sure. I think they're.
It's Scar Jafar.
Right.
Well, see, I would go a different route here. I would actually say Maleficent.
Is that Kingdom Hearts bias though?
It's a little bit, but I think she's just so good at being evil. Like,
yeah.
Even in the context of Sleeping Beauty, I don't think of the Maleficent movies because I saw the first one and I was like, this movie is terrible. But we'll have to review that at some point. But full disclosure, I don't like it. But yeah, Maleficent is just. I just think she's just a great character. I just love the whole dynamic that she is the evil fairy with the three good fairies, and that she's out against Aurora because of all that. Yeah, I like the story of Sleeping Beauty. I think it's one of the better told earlier Disney films. So
I mean, Gaston's pretty good too. He's a pretty good villain.
He is. Yeah.
I think I would go with Scar though. Would be my answer.
It's a good one.
Jeremy Irons.
Gosh, why was he not? We're not going to get into the.
Yeah.
All right, he picked Scar. Wow, this is. To me, this is probably the best you could have gotten. but this is just Rusty speaking. Before I read them, I'll read the description. You're super independent, strong-willed, and prefer to spend your time reading books or watching movies. Because of this, you've actually developed a powerful imagination, and that's something people really admire about you, Zach. You're Belle in Aladdin.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's great. That's great
great
too.
combo.
That's
That is
two
a
of my
great
favorites
combo.
right there. Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
That is like the best I think of either side. I feel like almost.
That's science right there.
And yeah, they
That's
know
science
I
right
deserve
there.
only the best. All right, here's for Alec. Everyone's a character from The Haunting of Bly Manor. Who's yours?
Okay. All right.
First, choose the word that best describes you. They love doing this. Ambitious,
Yeah, they really do.
smart, creative, nurturing, kind, honest.
We'll do honest.
Final answer.
Honest. We'll do honest.
Okay. Choose a TV character to trust with a secret. Damon Salvatore from The Vampire Diaries. Jane
Yeah, I totally know who that is.
Jane Villanueva from Jane the Virgin. Randall Pearson from This Is Us.
I've seen some of Jane the Virgin. That was funny. My mom really likes This Is Us.
Yeah. Monica Geller from Friends.
No, I hate that show.
Mindy Lahiri from The Mindy Project.
No.
Or Christina Yang from Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, we're doing the This Is Us one because that's the only show that I have some context for, and it seems like a very emotional show, and I seem like it'd be a show that I feel like I would watch for a good cry.
Yeah, I don't watch any of these shows really though.
I don't. I mean, me neither.
So
I've seen some of Jane the Virgin.
Oh wait, so
and I
this is
thought it
choosing a
was funny,
TV character to trust with a secret. So you trust Randall?
Sure, I'm sure that could be like horrible. Like, oh my gosh, Randall tells everyone everything. Like,
All right. Wait, what? Oh, pick a meal to help Owen cook. Because he was in Paris, he was a sous chef. Remember that? Spaghetti and meatballs, traditional English breakfast, grilled cheese and tomato soup, birthday cake, ratatouille, waffles.
I'm making waffles.
You're gonna help him.
I was
make
just about to
waffles.
make.
All right. Choose a room in Bly Manor to hang out in. The kitchen, the attic, the greenhouse, the chapel, the west wing, and the classroom. Which one are you hanging out in? The attic with all the creepy
chapel
things?
seems nice and quiet. The chapel seemed nice and really nice and quiet.
Okay.
I'd go spend time there. Yeah.
Now pick a scary movie to watch before bedtime.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Before
Awesome.
bedtime. Okay.
Before bedtime.
Midsummer. Get Out. A Quiet
What?
Place.
Wait, what?
Wait, sorry, you were cutting in and out there. I couldn't
Midsummer.
tell.
Get Out.
Midsummer. Okay.
A Quiet
Get Out.
Place. It.
Okay.
The Babadook. Or Us. I haven't seen any of them.
I like how we have two Jordan Peele films in here.
Mhm.
That's kind of fun. I haven't actually seen any of those.
You haven't seen Get Out?
No,
I
I own
haven't
it
either.
too. I have it. I would probably. I would probably. Yeah, maybe that's something we should review for Halloween next
Mhm.
year.
We should
That
review
is-
both
that
of
maybe-
them. That and
Maybe
Us.
both of them. That actually
Mhm.
might be fun.
Double
A double
feature.
feature. Yeah. Jeez.
We'll pick a scary movie. Will you want to watch it before bedtime?
So what was it? Get Out, Us, Midsummer,
Quiet Place.
Quiet
It.
Place.
The Babadook. Babadook.
We'll do The Quiet Place because it has John Krasinski.
It has Jim
and
from The
Emily,
Office in it.
and Emily Blunt, and I think she's very beautiful. And
All right, take it easy.
yeah.
Okay, choose a Bly Manor ghost.
Okay.
Viola, the Lady of the Lake. Who we loved her.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, totally.
The Plague Doctor.
Ooh,
Perdita, the woman in the attic. Dollface. That's the one where she's like, "You got no face."
yeah.
Eddie, the man with the glasses. Okay, that was Danny's husband. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the vicar. I don't know who that one is.
I'm gonna pick the lady in the lake because it's just such it's such like it's like an Arthurian thing almost,
Yeah.
It's like that is very creepy and malevolent. So yeah.
Finally, choose something important from The Haunting of Bly Manor. How about Flora's dolls? Owen's batter? Hannah's candles? Jamie's moonflower? Perfectly splendid, in quotes, and the flower shop.
Perfectly splendid. The moonflower.
Okay. Perfectly splendid. All right, you are
Like
Jamie.
something's off here.
How do you feel about that?
You
love Jamie.
Almost nothing. We do love Jamie, yes.
No, you hate
So
it.
that makes sense, I guess.
Like Jamie, you're honest, brave, and a natural-born leader. You find it hard to open up to people very easily, but once you find someone you really trust, you're an open book. You're a bit of an introvert, but you also value your close friends and family. Under your hard exterior, you have a heart of pure gold.
Wow, that sounds like me.
Just like you.
I mean, it kind of does sound a little bit like me, so yeah, there you go. Wow, BuzzFeed, good job.
Plan a sleepover, and we'll guess your zodiac sign with 88% accuracy.
What?
Wait, who's answering next? I want to do this one for someone. All right, well, what is it? What is the answer we're looking for?
We're looking for Aries.
Okay.
March 22nd is my birthday.
All right, so we're planning your sleepover. It's definitely intended for your demographic.
Absolutely.
First,
We have
who's
sleepovers
coming?
all the time at residence.
Okay, who's coming to your sleepover? Just my BFF, all my friends, my cousins, anyone who can come, someone random I met yesterday, just some close friends. It's just me, the entire town. All my Instagram followers, IDK, whoever wants to come. I'll just leave the door open and hope people want to come, and whoever, doesn't matter to me.
There was like 4 of them that are like exactly the same.
Everyone plus some. Everyone plus your neighbors. Oh my god.
So you're planning a
I just hope
sleepover.
they
How many
guess
people
Aries.
do you want involved? Let's get down to that first, so then we can. Are we looking for a big group or a small group here?
A smaller group. So I want my BFFs. I want my friends Zach and Alec to join.
Alrighty.
Oh, wow.
No Ryan though. No Ryan allowed.
Ryan's
Aw.
out.
So just your BFF, not all your friends, or just some
Well, if it's
close
just my
friends.
BFF, then
Wait,
it's
just
just-
some close friends is also an option.
Marriage. Okay, so just close friends. Just some close friends.
Okay.
It'll be an Otaku Brothers cross Tarqaron sleepover.
Yeah, so Ryan would be invited then, if that's the case.
Yeah.
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 Scoop 2.
All right.
Scooby.
What color are you painting your nails? Okay.
All right, this is definitely for Rusty.
This is gonna be red, orange, black, silver, purple, white, pastel, pink, deep blue, multicolored, or clear, or nothing for
Look
me,
at this place.
or I'll just pick the moment of.
It's got to be purple.
Wait.
We gotta be purple. Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like.
like-
I'll just pick the moment of. Is the last
Yeah,
option.
that's my favorite.
Ridiculous.
purple.
So it's absolute nonsense.
Any snacks or desserts? Popcorn, pretzels, cookies, donuts, candy, cupcakes, ice cream, macarons, truffles, fruit, anything and everything, or nothing?
Everything or nothing, which is a good James Bond game. I highly recommend.
It's great.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, some of those vehicular segments in that game. My goodness.
Ooh. Oh my gosh, the level variety. Oh,
Mm.
anyway, yeah.
Let's just talk about everything or nothing.
Yeah, let's just.
You can't have a sleepover without snacks. All right, you need all the fixins.
All the
You need the chips. You need the Mountain Dew and the soda.
You're saying anything and everything?
Yeah, everything and everything. Anything and everything. Gosh, I'm getting sleepy at this point.
Yeah, if you're feeling really, if you're feeling healthy, you get like some some celery and hummus. There you go.
We're just gonna have apples at our sleepover.
You know what they say? It keeps the doctors away.
So far, we're painting our nails purple. That's the one thing on the agenda. We've got anything and everything to snack on.
Okay.
All right, what games will you play? All right, there's a lot of options. Of course.
Little GoldenEye, little
yeah, definitely
little Smash
those are the
Brothers,
options.
Mario Kart.
Truth or Dare. 2 truths and a lie. Spin the bottle. So it's a dangerous game to play. It's a dangerous
with your BFFs, yeah.
7 minutes in heaven. What is that?
You don't know that?
I don't.
Do you not know what that game is?
What is it? Is it
Oh, that's two. You choose two people and they go in a
closet
together.
Thing. I didn't know there was a name for it.
Mm-hmm.
Have you never seen 13 Going on 30 with Jennifer Gardner? That's another movie.
Have you never seen Boy Meets World with the episode where they have their first?
Oh, I've seen plenty of episodes with it happening. I didn't know the name though. They say it by name. They're like, we gotta do 7 minutes in heaven.
Yeah.
Huh. Kiss.
It's like a thing where it's like either super embarrassing or
Kiss, Marry, Kill. Paranoia.
That's a game. Yeah.
What is Paranoia?
What is that? Yeah, I don't know what that is. Paranoia. That's a game.
Hide and Seek. Jenga. Never Have I Ever. Twister. We'll Just Tell Scary Stories or No Games. Imagine having a sleepover with no games.
So many. Yeah, fun. That's no fun. That one is what is it? Sleep, Marry, Kill, or whatever. That's always
Kiss, Marry, Kill.
Kiss, Marry. Yeah,
I play that one every time I have a sleepover. So, any movie. All right, The Devil Wears Prada. 13 Going on 30.
Hey, wait, did that really show up?
Yes.
Heck yeah. What's up, Jennifer?
Clueless. 10 Things I Hate About You, She's All That, Legally Blonde, Silence of the Lambs, Chucky, A Quiet Place, The Shining.
Where did this take a turn?
Okay, so it's like half chick flicks, half horror movies. Okay.
All right, so it's either going to be 10 Things I Hate About You, Heath Ledger, Julia Stiles, excellent movie. 13 Going on 30 is probably one of my favorite chick flicks ever. Andy Serkis is in that movie before he became Schmeagol.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. He's kind of the lead manager at the magazine company that they work at.
Oh. Huh.
13 Going on 30. One of my favorites.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I know Rusty has a soft spot for chick flicks, so that was actually a pretty appropriate question.
Mm-hmm.
I was just surprised with like Silence of the Lambs. It's like
They just went for the cliche, you're either watching a chick flick or a scary movie.
Yeah.
All right. Finally, what time are you going to bed? 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m., midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m. We're not going to bed all-nighter.
Party. I think 2 is a reasonable hour, We play some fun games, eat some good snacks, we close it out with the movie,
Paint
then we
nails
kind of
purple.
just paint our nails purple,
Play
and then
some
we just have
golden-
some pillow talk.
No, wait, never mind.
No, we play Kiss, Marry, Kill.
That's the only game we play. At the sleepover.
2 a.m. Okay. You are an Aries, sir. Congratulations.
No way.
What?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
88% accuracy, sir.
Wow.
I wonder if it would have worked for all of us. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
If I pick 10 Things I Hate About You, there's no way it would have
It
been.
might have screwed it up. Oh,
All right. Wow.
that's ridiculous. Oh, how about that? All right. Well, we gotta have to get one.
Is it one more?
Yeah. Here, we'll do a Harry Potter. We'll do a Harry Potter one.
No, I'm not brushed. I'm not brushed up on Harry Potter. Not for me. Should have done one for Rusty.
Do K-pop? No, I'm kidding.
Could do K-pop. I mean.
Yeah, but some of them are like, "What girls' generation character are you?" And I'm like,
I know girls. I know Girls' Generation.
Yeah, but I don't.
which character are you? Yeah. Which Blackpink songs would you save?
Here, I don't think we should do this, but this would have been a fun one. Here are 15 movies with sequels. Tell us which one is better.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but only millennials can remember which movie these famous lines are from. We're gonna do this one.
Oh,
okay.
You can't do this.
I guess I gotta get ready to go.
It's multiple choice. So, oh my God, I'm totally bugging. Is that from Mean Girls or Clueless? There's only 2 choices.
Wait, I don't remember that Mean Girls.
Oh my God, I'm totally bugging.
Maybe. I don't know movie quotes that well, but I'll say Clueless.
You're correct.
Okay.
That's from
That's good.
Clueless. Even the smallest person can change the course of the future.
What is?
The Big Lebowski or The Lord of the Rings.
Oh, wow.
No.
That's not even remotely similar. Even the smallest person can change the course of the future. What movie is that from, Zach?
Is that in The Lord of the Rings? I don't remember that in The Big Lebowski. Of course.
I mean, it
on,
seems
future.
fitting for Lord of the Rings.
I'm going to say The Lord of the Rings.
But
Yes, it's from The Lord of the Rings. It's from the Fellowship of the Ring. If that was in the Big Lebowski, I would be questioning my life.
Yeah.
I think
I only knew that because I knew it wasn't in the Big
it's
Lebowski.
Galadriel says it to Frodo.
okay.
Even the smallest person can change the course of the future. That was used in all the advertising. I remember too. I laugh in the face of danger.
Come on.
Oh,
The Lion King or The Little Mermaid.
it's The Lion King.
Mm-hmm. I'm a piece of fucking white trash. I say it proudly. Is that from Friday or 8 Mile?
There's definitely some
I mean,
white trash
just
in
knowing
8
the
Mile.
premise of these two.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I mean,
wait, what is
that's-
Friday?
that's-
I don't know what that is actually.
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube's in that. Yeah, 8 Mile. It's yeah. You guess 8 Mile. It's obviously 8 Mile.
Okay.
Like, could it be anything else? Really? In order to be successful, you have to project success at all times. Is that from American Beauty or Brokeback Mountain?
I haven't seen either of them actually. I'll say American Beauty.
You're correct. Yeah, Brokeback Mountain would be what's the famous line for that one? I can't get over you. Is there something? There's some like iconic line from that. I don't remember, but it's like you feel homesick for a place that doesn't exist. That Garden State or Lost in Translation.
I haven't seen either of them, so I'll say Lost in Translation.
Nope, it's from Garden State.
And I'm
How
from the
could you
Garden
not
State.
know that? I've never seen it.
I'm from the Garden State.
Yeah,
New
what's
Jersey.
wrong with you? New Jersey. Got Zach Braff, Natalie Portman, and Peter Skarsgård in it, and Ian Holm.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. I don't like the idea that I'm not in control of my life. The Blair Witch Project or The Matrix?
The Matrix.
Correct. Yeah, why would that be in the Blair Witch Project?
I don't know. It really
The
plays
movie
with
where
your
a bunch
mind
of
for a bit here.
where a bunch of people walk around in the woods and act scared. That's actually like a Anyway, who are you to criticize something you've never experienced? Is that from The Notebook or Cruel Intentions?
I don't remember that in the Notebook, but I haven't watched the Notebook in a while. I haven't seen Cruel Intentions, so again, I'm dealing with half the knowledge. So, Cruel Intentions.
You're correct. I've never even heard of this movie. Got Sarah Michelle Gellar's in this. Wow. Okay.
That was kind of like a risque movie for her. Like,
yeah, I was like, she's in something pretty low cut in the movie poster. So
yeah, to follow that up with Scooby Doo, I don't know what's going on there. But.
Hey, well, James Gunn classic Scooby Doo. I love isn't that wild? I
did not know that.
Yeah, did you not know? Yeah, he directed the first one. Yeah.
Wow.
It's just strange to think about. I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
Hell
The
yeah.
Fast and the Furious or Donnie Darko?
Fast and the Furious.
Donnie Darko, like really, you have to like literally know nothing about these movies.
Why would Donnie be living his life?
Yeah. Why would Donnie? Yeah. Whoever said orange is the new pink was seriously disturbed. From Knocked Up or Legally Blonde?
Knocked Up.
No, it's from Legally Blonde. Because it's about she's a fashionista.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I don't scratch my head unless it itches, and I don't dance unless I hear some music. Remember the Titans or Fahrenheit 9/11? I know.
Fahrenheit 9/11.
Nope.
No, that's from Remember the
It's
Titans.
Denzel Washington when he's giving this awesome speech.
I don't scratch my head unless it itches, and I don't dance unless I hear some music. Yeah. I figure life's a gift, and I don't intend on wasting it. Is that from The Hangover or Titanic?
I remember this. Titanic.
Yeah. Why would that be in The Hangover? That would be like, that's the
I don't know,
sappiest line.
It plays with your mind. When you give these options, they're so wildly different.
But that's the sappiest line I've ever heard, and they wouldn't have anything that sappy in The Hangover. He is the cheese to my macaroni. Is there something about Mary or Juno?
Is there something about Mary?
It's just like a Michael Cera quote.
No, that's absolutely Juno. Yeah, I was thinking Michael Cera and Ellen Page are just like they're just microcosms of just awkwardness, and I was like, that is 100%. That comes out of one of their mouths. I don't know which one. But yeah,
I don't know what the other movie is.
There's something about Mary.
Oh, it's another ridiculous. Ben Stiller, Cameron Diaz.
I think that was the origin of the gross out comedy, I believe, because of the scrotum in the zipper scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's where that came from. Yeah. I'm pretty sure the loser sneeze is officially dead. Bring It On or Superbad.
The loser sneeze. I just watched Superbad recently.
Had you seen it before?
I hadn't. No.
Oh wow.
I'm pretty sure the loser sneeze officially dead. What's the other one? Bring It On.
Bring It On. Yeah. I don't even.
Isn't that a Disney movie? Like Disney Channel?
No, it's Kirsten Dunst. It's a cheerleading movie.
Oh yeah, it is. It's not Disney Channel though.
It's not a Disney thing. Okay.
No. But it is a cheerleading movie.
I knew it was a cheerleading thing. Okay, I'm gonna go with Superbad.
No, that's from Bring It On. Yeah. I knew it wasn't from Superbad. There's way too many. The script of that movie, if there's even a script, I don't know how much of it was improvised.
A lot of it probably, yeah.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to our enemies, but just as much to stand up to our friends. Is that from Harry Potter or Toy Story?
This should have been for a quiz for Rusty. Rusty knows all this.
I know way too much about movies, so it's
I know, like, I've known most of these. Like, I've known a lot of these. I haven't known most of these because some of them are like, I don't
know quotes. I don't even know this one. What is it?
It takes a great deal of bravery to... maybe I'll try to do it in voices. Maybe that'll give you a hint. It takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to our enemies, but just as much to stand up to our friends. Is that from Harry Potter or Toy Story?
Harry Potter.
Yes.
No, Buzz said that to Woody.
Yeah, Buzz obviously said that to Woody. Come on.
Okay.
Do you like cheese? Is that from She's the Man or 10 Things I Hate About You? Are all these written by the same person? It's like the same movies. They keep showing up.
10 Things I Hate About You.
I know it's from She's the Man.
Oh, God. Goodness gracious.
That's not a good movie. God Bless the Internet. Is that from Step Brothers or American Pie?
American Pie.
It's correct. From American Pie. I actually would have probably gotten that wrong. Because American Pie was like, that's like the Gen X movie. And like the internet was like kind of just a new thing at the time when that movie came out. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's why her hair is so big. It's full of secrets. Is that from Mean Girls or She's All That?
What is She's All That?
It's Amanda Bynes, right?
I think so, yeah. Another Amanda Bynes?
No. I think that's She's the Man.
Yeah, that's She's the Man. Amanda
Mean
Bynes.
Girls.
You're going to say Mean Girls? I think it's... Oh, yeah, you're correct. Hey, how about that?
I don't remember any of these quotes from these movies, Sims.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I actually haven't seen Mean Girls.
Damn, dude.
I know, I really should.
We gotta get all these.
Basically everyone I know, male or female, has seen that movie. So, the things you own end up owning you. Is that from Top Gun or Fight Club? Very different movies. Fight Club is a great movie, though.
Mm-hmm.
David Fincher.
Someday we won't talk about it. We won't talk about it on this channel.
Someday I will repay you, unless of course I can't find you or if I forget. Big Daddy or Shrek?
Shrek.
That's correct. Yeah, I think Donkey
I
says
vaguely remember that, but
that. You scored better than 21% of all other quiz takers.
21%, yeah.
Wow. Welcome to the club. You're a millennial. Way to go. You were a
What?
true movie buff in the 90s and early 2000s.
How'd I get there? Wow.
Because only millennials can remember which movies these famous lines
Yeah,
are
but
from.
I didn't remember most of them, I feel like. I didn't earn this.
Wow, that was
quite included in the millennial club.
That was quite the selection right there.
That was fun though.
Yeah, that was.
We're gonna make this a series of BuzzFeed quizzes. Coming back to this.
Yeah, maybe someday when they've refreshed, because like the Marvel category was all like Black Widow and Winter Soldier, and
we could even find some ahead of time because there's some weird ones. Even the one like the quizzes we were doing, there was like one that had video game options that were random, like Borderlands, Sonic and Racing Transformed. It's like they'd have all these weird assortment of games they were supposed to get.
It's
down
like, what is the best game? Do you think? Yeah, it's like which of these is the best?
Of these is the best?
Yeah, they're also very different. Yeah, it was all super different.
All right. Well, if you enjoyed this video, check out Rusty on the Otaku Brothers Gaming Podcast, wherever podcasts are available, and also on Twitter, AriLewis2011, and Twitch, AriLewis2011, and Box Office Bliss as well, another podcast. All right. So if you were to recommend one video for our viewers to watch after watching this one, what would you recommend, Rusty?
So there's a rumor going around that Sonic Colors is being remade or remastered.
I have been hearing that.
I didn't hear that.
For Switch. So
yeah.
It's the one Sonic the Hedgehog game that I really, really want to play, and I have it on Wii. But all that aside, I think you all should go check out your Sonic the Hedgehog movie review from, I think, last spring.
Okay.
He was back in February, back before the dark times.
That's right.
Before, yeah. But, yeah, I mean, Sonic Colors is great. Talked about it way back on Hey Listen with Cole. It was like a little thing we did where we both played the game, and then we talked about it. But it's a great game. I thought you were going to say Sonic and the Secret Rings, so it's completely different.
Yeah, I thought you were going to do that too. Yeah, but it's good. Yeah. Unpredictable. we love Sonic on this channel, so well, I do anyway.
Well, yeah. I mean, Sonic doesn't have a great track record for me. We've only done 2 though, so gotta get some good stuff in there. All right. So subscribe to the channel, subscribe to our podcast feed, like the video, leave a comment, hit the notification bell, and follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook at Tarqaron TWO.